Hello everyone. Hello. I am back with another video, of course. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. This video I'm going to talk about is really transparent. It's just really speaking on some things that I feel needs to be touched on, and I pray that it reaches the right audience and whoever needs to hear it can hear it. So I'm here to talk about sex, right? The topic we all know about. We've all experienced sex. But honestly though, I'm just going to talk about sacred sex, okay? Now, we all, majority of us, a great majority of us have experienced sex. And there are those that have not. And hats off to you. Why? Because it can be very confusing. Now, what does that mean? The modern day societal sex is totally different from sacred sex. Now, what does that look like? In the modern day societal sex, it has become very perverted. The sacred part has been pushed to the side, and it's strictly for pleasure. It's been used for means of control and power. And the sacred part behind it has been null and void. And this is a true fact. Why? Because if you scroll up and down social media, that's all you see is the perverted part behind sex. And sex was originally used for procreation and even exchange of energy between two. Mind you, a man and a woman. Okay? And I did say that. Now, whatever your preference is, whatever your choice is, that's perfectly fine. Listen, we as a society, as Earth, have gone through things, have experienced things, have had sex outside of marriage, have had exchanges and soul ties and so on and so forth. Okay? What I'm simply saying is the sacredness behind it has been diluted. There's a portal that opens when you have sex. A portal between you, that person, and the Most High, whether you want to believe it or not. And when that portal is open and those two exchange of energies come about, if it's not clean and used for the right purposes, then that's when it can get tricky and crazy. What does that mean? There are different energies that open up. Succubus energies and incubus energies. Now, a succubus is said to be a female darker energy that is used at that time for seduction, means of power and control. A seductress, right? A seductress, if that's what you want to call it. And then we have the incubus, same thing, but it's a male version, a darker energy, a seductress as well, because men and women can seduce. And when those soul ties are formed, it's hard to break them. And guess what happens? I'm giving you the darker side of things. Why? Because I bring dark and light, yin and yang. Positive and negative energy, right? Because that's the world we live in. And a lot of times we aren't educated on these things. Why? Because we're just not. We live in a world where education is not something that we always want to gear towards, right? It's just life. It just is what it is. But think about this. A succubus sucking your life force, sucking your energy dry, okay? Sucking your gifts, sacral energy. Why? Because it's an exchange in your sacral chakra, your second chakra. That is your sexual energy there. That is where you hold your sexual energy. And if those succubus and incubus spirits are intertwined, then what do you think is going to happen to you? Suck dry. Life force energy, I mean. To where you don't recognize yourself. You don't have those gifts. You have trauma. These things are real. And I'm hoping that, like I said, I think I said that already, that this video reaches who it's supposed to, preferably the younger generation, because guess what? We are living in a society right now where STDs are amongst the highest. And there are things that you can get that you're not able to get rid of. So this is just a video of love and light and education, and to use your sexual energy responsibly, because sexual health is important. Sexual health is so important. Now, when you do find that sacred partner and you are able to exchange that energy, the brain waves open up, the nerve endings open up, and those chemicals are released. And that's when you experience that all in all pleasure. And SEX is good. It is a good thing, but you want to use it responsibly. So that is what I wanted to say. Be responsible when it comes to it, because guess what? Lust runs high. And when you're in that heat of the moment, sometimes your mind leaves you. And then when you come to after and you snap back into reality, it's like, what did I do? We all have experienced those times. The emptiness behind it later. You don't recognize yourself. These things happen. These things are real. Soul ties are real. You get caught up in soul ties with other people, and it's hard to get rid of them. And then it's hard to really exchange sacred energy when you do find that person. Because guess what? Your energy is already tied up. So soul ties can be broken. The soul ties can be broken. Okay? There's power in the name of Yahshua, right? Jesus, to break those chains. Break those generational things. Break those curses. Use sex as a good thing. Celibacy is nothing wrong with being celibate. Guess what? Because that energy stays with you. You can pull from that energy. You can manifest. You can create with that energy. But when you begin to exchange your energy with other people that are not worthy of that energy, that's just there just to do that, then that's when it becomes a problem. Then that's when you have to call those parts of yourself back to yourself. All right? So always test the spirit first. You'll know. That means you're following your gut. All right? So I'm going to put another video out, and we're going to do a energy clearing, energy healing, energy channeling, and we will go from there. All right? I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Peace. Ashe. Namaste.